This video is about the gifts of the animal kingdom, so we'll sync up in 3. Ready? Relax into your sacred space. You are in the center of your protected space at the crossing of 2 straight lines of the Celtic cross, which is energy within the ground, invisible to your outer senses. Breathe deeply and sense golden lines emanating from under your feet in the 4 directions to the perimeter of the circle. You are in harmony with your surroundings and feel the landscape as a sentient being, each blade of grass and tree breathing with you, and at the point of the 4 directions, other sentient beings are emerging from the mists of the horizon. You know that when you turn and open your inner eye, you will discern in some way the bear of the north, the hawk of the east, the stag of the south, the salmon of the west, surrounded by colored mists, and you feel a thrill of anticipation at the thought of contacting such sources of power. As you turn to the east, a bird calls, another joins in, and soon the dawn chorus fills the air from a feathered choir hidden within the bushes and the trees. Look into the clear light of morning, and you'll see a hawk or an owl soaring high. Through the shining air, you focus on the outline, the feathering of the wings, and the sun shining through, displaying each filament. In its sharp eye glitters, and the sky shimmers. You feel your eye locked on to the hovering form. And the sense of bird, of light bones, soaring flight spreads out, enters your understanding, as the birds of Rhiannon fly behind your eyes. You raise your arms in an imitation of the hawk's wings, and it gazes down at you, before circling slowly 3 times and flying towards the horizon. You think for a moment of the sacred wren hiding in the ivy, the starlings gathering before their long flight to sunny climes, the silent flight of the owl, each with its gift. Filled with focus and clarity, you bow to the east. Feel yourself rooted in the center of the Celtic cross shining beneath the glass, anchoring you as the essence of bird withdraws from your body, leaving its shining imprint in some special sacred place in your inner vision to be accessed at will. Touch the ground if you need to ground yourself. And when you feel ready, turn. Turning to the south, with the sun high overhead, on the wind you sense the hot, musky animal scent of a large animal. Sense the muscular strength of the stag as it approaches the southern junction of the perimeter, where it stops, immobile, the epitome of poised energy, contained vigor. Its head is crowned with majestic antlers, and you sense the red energy around them, blurring your vision, pulsing, as the calm, regal eye slowly surveys the landscape. You sense the pulsing energy of every muscle, every sinew, the strong bones, the shining hide, full of vigor and strength, and a corresponding awareness awakens in your own body. Shining streams and paths of nerve, sinew, and muscle as a multicolored moving mandala, making you aware of the contained vigor and potential within yourself. Every breath that oxygenates your blood pours fresh vitality into you, translating into health. You are a strong, vital being, and at the height of this feeling, the stag tips back its head in a full-throated roar to the high sun, and you open your eyes to receive, perhaps bellowing in return. As the sound leaves your throat, the stag, in one bound, is gone. The air clears, and you feel yourself revitalized, shifting and moving to shake down the feeling. You bow to the south. Feel yourself rooted in the center of the Celtic cross shining beneath the glass, anchoring you as the essence of the stag withdraws fully, leaving its shining imprint in some special, sacred place in your inner vision to be accessed at will. Take a deep breath. Next, we turn to the west. To be transfixed by the glory of the sunset and the mystery of the darkening landscape. Trees and shrubs circle a deep well, catching the last rays of the sinking sun as it hits them. A tree bends forward, fluid branches arcing over the shining dark water. On the twigs are bunched clusters of hazelnuts. Feel your mind stilling and clearing like the unruffled well as you focus on the stillness and an engagement with the landscape, with the sentient yet differing life forms which are breathing in the dusk. The impassive green life of the hazel, the grass, the timeless rocks, the enveloping depth of the water. Your impartial, unquestioning wonder at the diversity of life causes a flow of gratitude and love as you gaze and gaze, as if drinking at the well of love and life. Underpinning the whole scene is a sense of deep wisdom, timeless sagacity. Your mind quests to find the source, and you fix on the hazelnuts dropping one by one with a quiet plop, rippling the surface of the water. Watch as each successive nut adds to the beauty of the interfacing ripples until the simmering surface allows your awareness to sink down with the next nut, slowly, slowly flowing easily into the deep water to a motionless silver creature. A giant salmon hanging effortlessly, its silver scales glowing, its rainbow eye all-seeing. You too are hanging motionless, feeling for this enchanted time that the water is your natural element. Time is meaningless as the emanations of the salmon, the oldest of the animals, shimmer towards you, surrounding you with the feeling of ineffable love, transcending all other emotions. Float quiet and serene, accepting the gift of the salmon into the core of your being before it gently begins to withdraw, leaving you to float to the surface, carried on a tide of love until you return and bow to the west. Feel yourself rooted in the center of the Celtic cross shining beneath the grass, anchoring you as the essence of the salmon withdraws fully, leaving you with the timeless energy of love deep within to access whenever you wish. You ready to continue? Take a deep breath. It's the last one. We're going to the north. And we turn to the north, looking up into the starry bare of the heavens padding across the sky, its light pouring down into the fierce, furry figure of the bear standing, tall like a human, where the center line intersects the circumference of the circle. He shakes his head and upper body, and his fur stands out in waves, making the air shimmer, and the hairs on your body stand out on end. You feel connected to this animal, who of all the animal kingdom most resembles yourself. You feel his nature, his solidity, and the impetus pours down to your feet. Impetus pours down to your feet. Groundness and continuity rooting you to the glorious earth. The spirit of the bear flows back through the centuries, mother to daughter, father to son, just as your bloodline does, connecting you to the whole of the living earth which has nurtured your family, your race, your tribe over successive generations of movement, migration, and settling. And the great mouth of the bear opens, and you feel the earthiness of your system, digesting, excreting, procreating in due season. The bear swats at a honeybee flying around it. You remember the marvels of the natural world, the fruitful earth which supports you, separate but totally interdependent, and you stretch and glory in your earthiness, in being here, now, and with this feeling is stored somewhere safe within, to access when you wish. And as you stretch, your awareness focuses on your feet, and the shimmering air retracts its impulses, and you are left returned to full awareness of your true self. You are in the center of your secret protected space, sacred space, at the crossing of the two straight lines of the Celtic cross that, invisible to your outer senses, is an energy within the ground, anchoring you safely. Relax, and as you breathe deeply, begin to sense your physical body and feel the need to move it very soon. You are in harmony with your surroundings, but your impression of the landscape is fading now, leaving you as a separate entity, but about to leave and return to your natural habitat, the everyday world. Breathe your thanks to the land and to the four animals, and with every breath sense the landscape fading as you return gently to your everyday awareness, stretching, eyes opening, feeling relaxed and well. And that, my friends, is the end of the visualization. Thank you.